want to present our Teacher of the Year and Staff Member of the Year awards. These awards have a cash award and a Golden Apple award provided by Muleshoe State Bank and First Bank of Muleshoe. And Muleshoe State Bank is represented by Robert Montgomery, President, and First Bank is represented by Phil Kent, President of First Bank. We appreciate your support of these awards and your support of the school over the years. We appreciate you being here today. And so, for the Elementary Teacher of the Year, it's going to be presented by Phil Kent. The Elementary Teacher of the Year went to Muleshoe schools through part of her sophomore year. And she quit to get married. She was a homemaker. She and her husband raised a daughter and a son, both of whom were Muleshoe graduates. She and her late husband have 5 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren. She and her family traveled extensively, harvesting wheat in the summers, beginning late May, and with many stops along the way from Texas to Colorado and up through Wyoming and Montana. They'd get back home usually after school. They'd been going for a week or two. And then in the fall, after both her children had graduated from high school, she traveled with them to South Texas to cut milo and strip cotton. In 1975, she went back to night school to get her GED. And her only reason for doing it was just something she had always wanted to finish. She didn't really have a goal in mind. She just wanted to complete her GED. At that time, she had no idea where God was taking her. In 1985, she went to Clovis Community College and began working on a teaching degree. She completed her degree at Eastern New Mexico in Portales, and she began teaching 3rd grade here in Muleshoe. Her husband went through a very lengthy illness with her by his side until his passing in 2007. And many times she would leave work and drive to Lubbock to be with her husband, who was in the hospital more than he was at home, and drive back to Muleshoe the next morning to go to work. More times than not, she drove home and worked all day on a couple of hours of sleep, if she were lucky enough to get that much sleep. She's had the great experience of having 4 of her 5 grandchildren attend DeShazo, as well as 2 great-grandchildren, and soon to be a 3rd great-grandchild while she's been at DeShazo. Her daughter, Laura Wallace, wrote that we are so very proud of you, Mama. We love you and pray blessings and favor on you. We are certain that Daddy is looking down from heaven on this day and saying, good job, Mama. She's taught 21 years at Muleshoe. The Elementary Teacher of the Year is Nora Burris. She has a lot of family, and they all couldn't be here. Thank goodness, because I'm not sure even they'd probably fill up all of these seats. So if y'all want to have a seat, and then we'll take some pictures. I know Channel 6 wants to take some pictures right after this is over. Congratulations. I like the balloons. Secondary Teacher of the Year will be presented by Robert Montgomery from Muleshoe State Bank. This teacher believes and lives the idea that teaching is made up of dedication and makes that extra special connection with his students in school and outside the school. This teacher connects so well that his students and former students always come back to see him. Students who come to tell him hello come because they have great respect for him and for what he has taught them. His students know that they can count on him for help and advice long after they have left his class and even graduated. He has helped many students with college work and resumes and Muleshoe advice. He's always there with advice and guidance no matter the time, day, or night. There's one time where, just an example of how well he connects with students, the kids were putting M&M in different kind of activity in the class. They had working with M&Ms, and these are junior high kids. So some of them were putting them in places where you might not really want them to be putting those M&Ms, like in their belly buttons, and they couldn't get them out. And so we turned around, and this teacher had put peanut M&Ms up his nose. They may not melt in your hand, but they'll melt in your nose. And I think he's just exactly what junior high kids need. That's the kind of teacher that they need. He noticed one time a particular student wore the same clothes day after day, and this teacher asked the student if he had any other clothes. And the student said, I have only these hand-me-downs, and these are the only ones I really like. And for Christmas that year, this student had new clothes to wear. They were not hand-me-downs, but brand new clothes from this teacher. This Santa Claus had delivered this child with a very special Christmas. This teacher has in the past, he's directed the one-act play. In junior high, he's designed the sesquicentennial celebration for 150 years of our nation. He is a dedicated teacher, dedicated to his profession, dedicated to his students, and dedicated to his bus riders, and admired by his colleagues. This quiet, reserved man who smiles in his shy way and never brags, he just accepts his responsibility and does his very best. Muleshoe ISD Secondary Teacher of the Year, taught 27 years, Dean Black. All right, we have one more award to present, but before we do, I would like to ask all the former Teachers of the Year, if you've been chosen as Teacher of the Year in the past, would you please stand and let us recognize you? Staff Member of the Year award will go to a staff member nominated by a fellow faculty member or staff member at Muleshoe ISD. We've had a very difficult time selecting the Staff Member of the Year. We had a lot of great nominations, and all were very deserving of the award. The Staff Member of the Year award will be presented by Robert Montgomery and Phil Kent. And let me tell you a little bit about the Staff Person of the Year. This staff member was a substitute before she was hired as a full-time employee. And when she was hired as a full-time TA, she was so excited to be able to work in ISS. She loves working with kids. She loves her job. This staff member helps teachers with copying, booklet making. It doesn't matter what the task, she's always more than willing to help. She doesn't have to be asked. And if she sees that you need help, she'll come and volunteer to help you. High school ISS is not the place you want to work normally. Most people are not dying to get into that particular job, but she works hard and is dedicated to MISD. She loves the kids, and after her hip replacement, many people came to try to help her with her job, and it turned out that she helped others more than they helped her. She's worked very well with a student who was severely burned, and she's gone out of his way to help his family. She always strives to do her job to the best of her ability. We all know high school ISS is not a fun place to be for students or the staff member, because the students are there because of discipline problems or maybe missing assignments. And even though it isn't the most appealing job at Muleshoe High School, she always has a great attitude and helps the students with anything they need. She's very accommodating to the teachers who have students in ISS as well. And this year, working 12 years in Muleshoe, the staff member of the year is Kay Taylor. Now, if we let all of y'all speak, we're going to be here for another 2 hours. I'm not telling them that. She doesn't even know you're here, does she? You're going to do her job, and that's all she's just going to do. She told me a minute ago, she said, I have to tell you, I got to confess, we had pizza in ISS the other day.
Don't tell Sam.
I'll turn that into the principal and let him deal with that. Congratulations. So now we want to present our service awards. So I'm going to ask Mr. Krug if he'll come help do that and present those. Mr. Cage, he's going to present you those awards, and then you can hand them out. So first of all, we're going to give plaques for those faculty and staff who have been here 5 years at Muleshoe. So first off, been here 5 years at the high school, Val Akery. Fifth year in the high school, Vicki Birch. Kit Diaz. Patricia Diaz. Transportation engineer. She may be driving a bus. 5 years at the junior high, Angel Hunt. In special ed, 5 years, Darla Myatt. And I think that means that at the high school, Steve Myatt has been here 5 years. Custodian Laura Reese. At DeShazo, Michaela Stevenson. And at the high school, Nick Stevenson. Maybe you could take hers. To high school, 5 years, Brandon Thomason. To high school, been here 5 years, Josh Woolbright. 10 years in Muleshoe. First at Dillman Elementary. 10 years, Rachel Alvarado. I'm sorry, yeah, it should be DeShazo. Sorry. At the high school, Linda Cagliano. 10 years at DeShazo, Debbie Gallman. DeShazo. I thought it meant 15. At Dillman, Brittany Grant. 10 years. In the cafeteria, Rosa Rubio. Dillman, Rhonda Stevens, 10 years. At the high school, Carrie Sutton, 10 years. Now at Dillman, Linda Washington. And at DeShazo, I'm sure she's not here today, Nelda Wilhite has been here 10 years. Okay, yeah. Well, you know, my age. Nelda, you look great. And out of surgery, your back must really, that's amazing. Who was your surgeon? I need the name of that surgeon. And I just flew right over these. 10 years at the high school, Benji J. And 10 years at Dillman Elementary, Todd Newberry. In transportation, Donald Phelps. Is he back yet? All right. So skip any others? No, okay, good. 15 years. Yeah, I'm sorry. Probably out there. You can do the whole thing, I guess. No. Yes. Curtis Preston. No. Third one will be the last. Curtis Preston, hand out the next several, unless I forget again. From Dillman Elementary, 15 years, Kathy Ambrose. And from the high school, 15 years, Debbie Connor. At 15 years, now at the junior high, Dana Headington. And at DeShazo, 15 years, Chantel Riley. At Muleshoe for 20 years, at Dillman Elementary, Kathy Anthony. 1 year. In transportation for 10 years, Donald Phelps. Good timing. Good timing. At the junior high, Tracy Bean, 20 years. I'm going to ask Thurman Myers to come up now and present his last awards. For 20 years at Dillman Elementary, Denise Dunn. At the junior high, 20 years, Jennifer Givens. In technology, Cindy Magny.
He's having technical
At Dillman Elementary for 20 years, Gina Martis. In Muleshoe for 30 years, at Dillman Elementary, Anna Gutierrez.
Wow.
I don't know if he's back to drive a bus, but 35 years in Muleshoe, Pee Wee Estrada. Years. 40 years in Muleshoe. 40 years working with federal programs, Margie Alarcon. 5 years, we're going to give you a key to your office. Make sure you're going to stay. And we have a retirement plaque. We have one person who is retiring from Muleshoe after 21 years, Joyce Kahn. Thank you, gentlemen. Everyone, again, I appreciate the work that you've done this year. I think we have done everything we can possibly do to help our kids be successful. We're going to continue doing that. And I'm looking forward to next year. I would hope that this summer, I hope you use that time to relax, to enjoy your time off, to be refreshed, so we can come back and we can help these kids be successful again next year. I hope you have a great summer. Thank you very much.